Well, brand new protests tonight outside the homes of Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Brett Kavanaugh, as top-ranking Senate Republicans are demanding to know why the Justice Department has yet to prosecute any demonstrators, as it appears they are aiming to influence pending judicial decisions. The former chief nominations counsel at the Senate Judiciary Committee Article 3 project, President Mike Davis, also clerked over at the court, joins us for more on this. Hey, Mike.
How you doing, Shannon?
Okay, I'm doing good. I want to play something from the Attorney General when he was asked about making sure that the justices are protected following the Kavanaugh plot and arrest.
This kind of behavior is behavior that we will not tolerate. Threats of violence and actual violence against the justices, of course, strike at the heart of our democracy, and we will do everything we can to prevent them and to hold people who do them accountable.
So DOJ says they are on it. They are providing around-the-clock protection and authorizing that, and that they aren't slacking on making sure our justices are protected.
This assassination attempt of Justice Kavanaugh, his wife, and their two young daughters in their home while he's deciding a pending case was predictable and predicted. And the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, has completely fallen down on the job. There is a federal criminal statute, 18 U.S.C. 1507, that makes it obstruction of justice to intimidate federal judges in their homes, and there are dangerous consequences. Judge Esther Salas, an Obama appointee in New Jersey, had her 20-year-old son, Daniel, killed, and her husband, Mark, seriously wounded by a deranged gunman. The Attorney General must step up and enforce federal criminal statute.
And we've asked that question many times. We know you have as well, and other guests on the show, why when that statute exists, and the wording is very plain, why there haven't been arrests or prosecution, at least as a deterrence, if nothing else. So a number of top Republicans, including Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, have sent out a letter to Garland, the Attorney General, saying, if there is a good reason why you aren't charging these obvious crimes, explain it to us. We want to understand. This situation is too dire and too important for more meaningless boilerplate about Justice Department policies. Now, I contrast that with the Washington Examiner, which reports about this back and forth with McConnell and with Garland, trying to get some answers about whether things have been prosecuted or not. They say in an earlier response earlier in January that Garland did acknowledge McConnell's letter suggesting that some individuals may have violated federal criminal law. But he said it was DOJ policy not to confirm or deny. And this quote, do not interpret this acknowledgement as confirmation or denial of an investigation. So do we know or have any hint that anyone is potentially going to be arrested or investigated under that federal law? Because DOJ says we can't tell you yes or no. I mean, it's possible that's underway.
So this is the same Attorney General who has a website for January 6th defendants. This is the same Attorney General who publicly sicked the FBI on parents who are protesting at public school board meetings. He has totally politicized the Justice Department, and he should be on notice that if he doesn't enforce these laws, there is going to be tremendous pressure in January when Republicans take over the House to impeach him, to be the first Attorney General in American history to be impeached.
Okay, I want to also look at whether the DOJ is going to act on a number of these crisis pregnancy centers that have there's been arson, there's been vandalism. The Federalist reporting on this notes what the Attorney General said last fall about protecting abortion clinics. He said this: the department will provide support from federal law enforcement when an abortion clinic or reproductive health center is under attack. Garland said, adding that he would, quote, not tolerate violence against those seeking to obtain or provide reproductive health services. So the author of this piece says, when I asked the DOJ and the FBI whether they would be investigating the recent attacks on these, pro-life crisis pregnancy centers, the FBI National Press Office sent a statement. We have no comment on any specific incidents. What do you make of that? Because a lot of people are saying they were very clear about protecting one side of this argument's clinics. Why not come out and say the same when there are numerous attacks underway on the pro-life side?
So the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, is really, frankly, a disappointment. He is a former federal circuit court judge in D.C. Most people thought that he would be an adult, so that he would enforce the law impartially, and he has come in and he has just been a partisan political activist throughout his entire tenure as Attorney General. And it's a disgrace what he's doing.
Well, I think it would be comforting to all Americans to feel like if there were attacks, regardless of the underlying ideology, that there would be swift arrest and prosecution wherever these people can be tracked down and held accountable. We should want that on all sides. Mike Davis, thank you very much. Good to see you.
Thank you.